Okay, December 16th healing. 11 Central Time. Okay, so I first, the throat chakra, I was coughing, so I go back over that later. And your third eye, that's your intuition. It really wants more. Your third eye is really asking to like open up and get more intuitive. Like really intuitive, because it knows, your soul knows, this is the way to an easier life. You just make, when you have a very healthy third eye, you make decisions and choices very easily and kind of quickly. Oh, okay. You gross yourself out sometimes. My guides reminded me that I used to do that too, a lot. I used to do that to myself too. So if you get turned off by your behavior or your thoughts or whatever, gross yourself out or whatever, instead don't care. Like just, I don't care, blow it off. You hold yourself to a higher standard than you hold other people to. So if you find yourself like, oh, I can't believe I did that, something like that, like anything like that, just go, whatever, I don't care. Just let it go like you would anybody else. All right, so you're a very lovely person who questions yourself constantly. Okay, so I yawned and burped to clear. You question yourself constantly. Thyroid, love. I'm sorry, I don't remember why I wrote that. Enter converse. Okay, I remember now. So we talked on the phone. I told you the thyroid is your 5th chakra. So communication, self-expression, and remember to always come from love. So we talked on the phone about if I want to communicate something to someone lovingly, that's easy. But if I'm afraid to communicate something because I'm afraid I'm going to get yelled at or taken the wrong way, it doesn't mean I have to speak in order to come from love. I can just take a couple seconds and align with love. I love myself too much to engage in this. I love myself too much to enter into a conversation with this situation. I love myself too much. So align with love all the time in your throat chakra. All right. Enter conversations with the intention of providing yourself information to make the best choices for your own life. And you don't do this, but a lot of people do this, not set people straight like others do. You don't do that. They treat, other people treat conversations like debates. You don't do that, which is great. But enter conversations in a loving way, just with the intention of providing yourself information to make better choices for your own life. Others do. Okay, not you. Okay, so ask them questions about themselves. This is how you're going to do it. So we go into this more later, but it feels like people want to pull you into conversations. There's a reason for that. That comes up later when I do your chakras individually. But so I scan you first. This is from the initial scanning. And then I read the stations, which I'll go into, and then I do the individual chakras. So it seems like I'm skipping around, but it's not. This is the initial scan, what I find, then we go into the stations, and then we go into the actual chakras. So if someone is trying to take my power, is the way people used to say, if someone's trying to take my power, they ask me a question that's not a legitimate question, it's a statement in disguise. So my mother-in-law used to do this a lot to me. Why do you do that? And if I answer the question legitimately, like as if she's asking a real question, instead of saying, you're doing that all wrong, or you should do it differently, or you shouldn't do that. If I just answer, then I'm just giving her my power on a silver platter. But the other choice is to ask her a question. Well, what does it matter? And then she has to answer that question. So it's like, it's a way of keeping your power. Asking questions is a way of keeping your power. It's a way of not validating questions that are really statements in disguise, designed to take your power. Not that people are doing it intentionally, because I don't think that most people are. Because most people think of themselves as good, loving people. And so they're trying to help, even when they're being mean. I'm just trying to help you. Okay, but did I ask for that help? No. So you're actually being mean. Well, I'm just trying to help. Okay. So ask them questions about themselves. That way, it keeps you out of it. They can't attack you if you show up in love unless they are projecting. So if you're asking questions to them about themselves from a loving place, in order for you to gain information to help you in your life, if you imagine it's something like, what made you choose that as a career? Because you're truly interested. Oh, because of this and you feel their passion. You feel like you're using that as information for yourself. Let's say you ask someone that question, like, what is it? And if you showed up in love and you ask that question with love, and then they start jumping down your throat, you can say, I think you're projecting, so never mind, forget I asked. But you're going to keep yourself safe in a conversation if you keep in mind, I ask questions about them in order for my own growth and understanding. Okay. Because we live in some volatile times right now. I say this all the time, but I don't know if you've seen any of my videos, but people are put in lower vibrations of fear, anger. That makes money. It turns them into consumers. If people are afraid to be fat, they're going to try a diet. If people are afraid to be ugly, they're going to try this or that. If people are afraid to look so last year or whatever, they're going to buy more clothes or shoes or whatever, be in fashion. So consumerism plays on people's insecurities. Insecurities are only a factor for people who have lower vibrations. So manufacturers, corporations basically make money off of lower vibrational people. They make some money off higher vibrational people, but for the most part, people in a peaceful vibration of 600 really only buy what they need. And people who meditate a lot, we're not shopping. We're not like online shopping. We get what we need to make our lives better, and then we go back to reading a book or meditating or just being, when I'm weeding my garden, no one's making any money off me. Okay, so we live in some volatile times, so there's a lot of people with lower vibrations being huge consumers. That's perfectly fine. But the world's kind of getting down to, where are the people with the highest vibrations? Well, it comes down to those people to help the people who are trying to get out of the lower vibrations. So that's what I mean. We live in volatile times because there's more and more people falling down into the lower vibrations. Fear, anger, like that. So you may be able to bring a small modicum of peace and information to someone throwing a tantrum. Their soul may want it to come from you. So I got attacked by a friend when I said what information or advice that I felt I had to share. They attacked me, whatever, and then I found out years later that they actually took that advice. So that's happened a couple times. And there was a guy that I flew with when I was at United Airlines. I was a second officer, which is a flight engineer on the 727. And the first officer, the right seat person, was cheating on his wife with some flight attendant. And I saw them, and I instantly knew what was going on. I saw them together. And the next day when we were getting together to fly, so the captain, the first officer, and me, the first officer said, basically like, I know you saw me, and he was trying to explain to me why. And I said, it's really none of my business, but I just think, if you don't have any kids, and you're doing what you're doing, there's a good chance that your wife has someone she would like to be doing that with, but she's not because she's married to you. So maybe setting your wife free would be, a gift, because she wants to be with she might want to be with somebody else, but she won't because she's married to you. And he said, well, I'm trying to pay her back. She put me, she worked really hard. She put me through flight school. I said, fine. You want to pay her back? Give her the house, give her the car, tell her, you appreciate everything, and then just split everything in half without having to make a messy divorce. Just give her half or more, half or more, and let her be free to be with whoever she wants. He ended up doing that, and I saw him like a year later, and he was like, that was the best advice anyone ever gave me, and it was a little bit of a shock when I first gave it. So anyway, you might be someone who information or advice comes through, and it was easy for me to give to the pilot because I wasn't attached to him. I didn't see him. We didn't live in the same town, stuff like that. So anyway, he took my advice and everybody was happier. All right. And then you don't breathe big. You're like, you breathe okay, but you need to breathe big. I want you to see your lungs like as if they're 4 times the size that they are. Breathe big. Take up more space in the world. Expand yourself. And if you just say, I'm here for some reason, I'm here for a reason, you're not here to stay tiny. I'm like, hide. All right. So your posture. So breathe bigger, shoulders back and down. Pretend your lungs are 4 times the size. Take up your space in the world. And then, why me? Why not? Others don't see so clearly because they're programmed. It's not a judgment. I'm not saying it's bad. It just is. Okay? So, I don't feel like, you may have some kind of programming from, from society or whatever, but I feel like you have nothing compared to what the norm is. And so you're like one of the last bastions of clarity of thinking, clarity of seeing. Okay. I'm hoping you know all about, I'm hoping that you know all about vaccines and fluoride because you're third eye one. But if you don't, do research, or you could set up a call with me. But if you just look up the ingredients, of vaccines, that should be enough. And then anything else you need will come up from there. Okay. So, and on my Facebook, Carla Bates Marzani, on my Facebook page, my regular one, so my name one, there's a narcissism video that I'd like you to watch. And it's a blonde lady, Marissa Peer is her name. And then if you want to join Renegade Yogi Meditation and Healings page in Facebook, that's good. And then this video will link you to my channel if you want. Okay. And then also the book Emotional Blackmail by Susan Forward. So emotional blackmail is a common tool of narcissists. And we talked about this on the phone, but remember that you survived a relationship with a narcissist. You learned more than you did, and now we're just integrating the wisdom and the information. But we need to remove all the fear that you have of getting involved in another narcissist. Okay, so trust that you're going to go, oh my God, this is a narcissist. Run for the hills. Okay. And you can get out of any relationship. Even if you start one with a narcissist, you can get out. Okay, then we go into the stations. So then I read the stations. So the first station is your relationship with yourself. You have a big rejection of self. Do you have migraines? You could just text me, I have migraines or I don't have migraines. But anyway, migraines are an invalidation of the self. But you have a rejection of self. I don't know if you're completely aware of it, but it's okay because we'll go into the chakras in a second. Okay, I'm going to do a quick little meditation with you. We want you to meditate and connect with the gemstones that are inside the earth. All right, so you can pause this video and sit down, and you're just gonna meditate with you just for a couple minutes. I'm gonna show you how that looks. Okay, so sitting comfortably, come into the space where you are. Nice straight posture, shoulders back and down, smiling face. Relax your eyes, jaw, shoulders. Good. Drop into your heart now. Drop down into your heart. And now follow your energy as it moves down from your heart down into your core. 2 inches below your belly button, 2 inches inside. Good. And now drop it down to the center of Mother Earth. Just wrap gently and lovingly around the center of Mother Earth. Nice. And allow yourself to expand. I'm grounded. Good. And now feel your energy connected to the center of Mother Earth, and also now moving outward from the center of Mother Earth. Feel your energy connecting from the center of the earth outward. Just connecting with all the gemstones that are buried inside the earth. You may become aware of some and not others. You don't need to dig them up or buy them. Just connect with them. Good. Just connecting, sending love to the gemstones in the earth as you move out from the center. Just sending love and peace to the gemstones, and then receiving the gifts that they have to give to you. Just see them, greet them, love them, grace, and then receive what they have to give to you. No matter how small, the gemstones just give you some peace or some healing. Or some cheering you on, just keep going. Or they heal you by reducing EMFs. And it's as simple as that. You're just going to do that as long as you want. So if you want to keep going, you can pause the video now and stay in this, because I'm going to continue with the information. Good. Okay. The second station is your relationship with what would be a partner. They're second guessing yourself, brought into the relationship with others. It throws off the balance, it throws off the magic, it throws off the algorithm, which is like my favorite use of the word algorithm ever. So you're second guessing yourself, created in past relationships. You second guess yourself, and then you bring that into any new relationship at this point. It throws off the balance, the magic, the algorithm, and the compatibility of that potential relationship. You haven't missed out on the one. It's not like that. Everybody's been a learning experience for you up to now. We go into that a little bit more in a second. But remember that compatibility is key to your forever relationship. I call it the forever relationship because it's like adoption, like adopting a puppy. So compatibility is the key to your forever relationship, because you have big projects and things. You need a mature, stable foundation, not a drama. Look at my daughter, man. So my daughter goes into my notebooks, makes me little notes that I find when I'm doing healing. Okay. So not a drama or passion-filled existence where you can't concentrate on your kids or whatever project because you're dealing with the drama of dad or okay, so like I know a couple women that cheated, well, more than a couple, but there's two in my mind, women that cheated on their spouses. And while they were in their cheating phase, while they were cheating, they could not concentrate on their kids. They both had 2 kids. Actually, now there's another one that came to my mind. But anyway, so they were in a marriage and they were cheating. And the cheating, there was so much energy going to the cheating and the hiding of the cheating. And then they were like, some of them were really working on their bodies and using that as a way to hide the cheating. They had no time, energy, mental space for their children. And they were up and down. They were happy with their kids when the cheating relationship was going well, and they were really depressed when the cheating relationship was going badly. And so for the little kids, they were, their moms looked like manic depressive. They looked, they were up, they were down, up, down. They looked nuts. They looked really nuts. So you're ready now for your forever relationship, which means you're ready for a stable, mature foundation. You're ready for someone that you can work with to pull your life together in one direction. And the reason that you need this is because, or not need, the reason that that is optimal versus a passion, which equals drama, when you're trying to raise kids or you're trying to get your project off the ground or you're trying, there's something bigger than you that you're doing, that you're putting energy in. When you have kids or a project, you need your energy for that. You need your awareness for that. You need your time for that. So what's optimal is having your relationship be a stable foundation for you and your spouse or mate. And then that's going to be what gives your children or your project the best possible footing, the best possible push off. I think you understand this. If you don't, you can ask me. Okay, second station is your, okay, that's what I was talking about. Meditate with me to clear out all past men. You keep the wisdom and let go of the incidents. You call back soul fragments that you don't know what you're like in a, okay. So you have this idea of you being what you know yourself to be based on your past failed relationships, okay? So it's like, I'm the common denominator in all my past failed relationships. So that means I'm a failure, right? If I'm looking at it like that, that's going to be the conclusion. So instead of looking at all the past relationships as if they were stepping stones to what I could be, my potential. So you don't know what you're like in a powerful, peaceful, strong, foundational marriage or partnership yet, because you've never been in that with someone who's also peaceful and powerful and strong. If you can see the partner that you want to be, so you don't need to worry about him, what he looks like, what he does, all you need to know, see the partner that you want to be. You could make it happen because what you can see is available to you when you use all your available resources. So you only have to know the kind of the partner that you want to be. So for instance, if I see myself, I'm somewhat of a minimalist. My house is set up and organized for my life to be easy to make food from scratch. I go in the garden, I get the lettuce and the vegetables and the herbs, whatever, for dinner. I easily chop and I enjoy and I make this beautiful food, whatever. Everything's organized in my house, clears my mind. I have time to meditate. I have time to read. I have time to nurture myself. I'm calm. I'm peaceful. I'm powerful. I'm obviously loyal and trustworthy and fun. And I get these great fun ideas, take these kids camping. I get supported by I only have to focus on myself. I know that I'm supported in all my adventures by my partner, and I feel that. So as a mate, I see myself, I love that I'm supported. I love that I'm supportive. I love that I'm free to live my life. I love that I love my life. I love how I feel. All you need to know is how you want to be, the partner you want to be. That's all you need. Okay. You can make it happen because what you can see is available to you. Okay. So, just another quick meditation. Come into the space where you are. Focus on your grounding points. All right. And see yourself positively, but cluttered with all the information from all the past relationships. Okay, so you have all this information. It's in the form of clutter. You can just see it as like a closet filled with stuff. Good. And then we're just going to clear all the clutter. All right, and as we clear the clutter, we're letting go of all the relationships, all the times we were hurt, all the times we said mean things or heard mean things about us. We're just letting it all go. After we clear it out, we're going to call our soul fragments back. So just see yourself breathing it out, breathing out, clearing out all the clutter, all the stories about what happened to me when I was dating this person and this person. Clear out all the stories of everything I did or he did or we did. All the stories, clear them out. Clear out the closet. No more stuff. We're emptying it out, getting it ready for the peaceful, powerful partner. Good. Nice. And as the closet is clean and clear, see yourself sitting in the center of the big white spotlight of the highest, holiest source creator energy. All light, pure light. Good. And now we're just going to call all your soul fragments home. So whenever you were hurt or hurt that person, a little bit of your soul was left in that dimension so that you would learn. And then it became clutter as a learning experience. We released all the clutter, and now the soul fragments are welcome back home. So we're just going to welcome your soul fragments. Relax your belly, big belly breathing, smiling face. We welcome back all the soul fragments from all the failed relationships, and as they move into the light, they get cleansed and healed and cleared, so they maintain the wisdom, but none of the emotion. So the white light clears the emotion and allows the wisdom to be easily attainable and easily accessible to your mind. Good. So we're just going to welcome all the soul fragments, all the wisdom home. You see them? They're cleared, cleansed, healed. Transmute them into wisdom and harmony and reintegrate them into your oneness. Just allow them to keep coming. Offering wisdom without emotion. The emotion is no longer relevant. It's no longer necessary. The emotion keeps us cluttered, keeps us sad, keeps us from our highest potential. So the emotion's gone, but the wisdom remains. Good. Reintegrate it into the oneness. Good. So you have the wisdom and the peace. Without any drama or trauma or stress. Big belly. And you want to keep going, you can pause this. But I'm going to continue reading the information. So that's what you do there. All right. And at the third station is children. But it could also be heart projects. So children, in my healing work, in this healing anyway, children show up the same as your heart projects, okay? The best way to be best in this is to become fine. You becoming fine. Like, let's see. I had to live in my car for a little while. I lived in my car, and I was fine. And the gratitude for the car brought more things to be grateful about. All right, so as far as your third station, the more you can see that you're fine and be fine, and create the story of, I'm fine. That's going to really just, your third station isn't bad. I mean, it's fine. Really, it's fine. But the more you can think of yourself as fine, not needing or wanting anything. I'm fine. I'm really, truly fine. And then just relax your belly, push your belly down, which grounds you. Okay, so we talked on the phone before about grounding, because you used to have a habit that was a very grounding habit that you gave up, which is great. But you took a grounding, you took a grounding resource away from yourself and then didn't replace it. So we're just asking you, as you breathe out, push your belly down, grounding, 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 or feel the bottoms of your feet as you walk to ground yourself that way. All right. So the more fine you can be, the more you're going to bring fine things in. And then you can become more joyful, and then you bring more to be joyful for. All right. So the fourth station, friends and family. You do a really good job of, quote, keeping your mouth shut, enjoying peace, not rocking the boat, ... This station is great. Relax, keep this going like you have been. Your family members and that space, so the fourth station, is meant to be what it is, a reprieve from drama and work. You don't need to tell everything. You've got a really nice way that you interact with your family. So if your ego mind says, oh, I should say this, or oh, I shouldn't say this, whatever, just brush that off. Even if you upset people in your family a little here and there, I feel like you're doing everything as well as can be done right now. So you may be challenging some people in your family here and there. There's a reason for it, which we talk about in a second. But the way you are with your friends and family, your family is the one that I saw, so I'm not 100% sure of your friends. Your friend group may change because you're going to start raising your vibration. So, but even one of your friends that I know, that's going to stay, but you're both going to raise your vibration. You're both going to raise your vibration together. So your dynamic may change a little bit. It's good. It's good because you want to grow. And so it's going to change a little, but you're doing great with your family. If you have questions about the way you are, you can text me, but you really don't need to because you're doing well with that. Okay? Okay. I hope that makes sense. The fifth station is the world at large. Fifth station. So the world at large includes whatever project you're working on. Okay. You need visualization of the project completion and how the world will be most positively affected. And say all this or better. All right. So I don't know what you're doing, but you know what you're doing. All this or better. So right now you're currently on this side of whatever the project is or the completion of it. You're on this side, okay, of non-completion. You're on the non-completion side, and you wonder, maybe even worry, capital letters underlined and actually blackened. Maybe even worry, it won't be what you think, blah, blah, blah. So I did a project, all calmed down. I was scared out of my mind, but I just knew I had to do it. And it's a lot like what whatever you're doing. So I totally understand this energy, but you need to see it in its highest potential completed. 68 seconds at a time. I'm going to send you the video. Esther Hicks talks about the law of attraction and 68 seconds and why it's powerful. So as many times as you can throughout your day, just close your eyes whenever you can. Take 68 seconds to visualize the project completed and doing way better than you ever expected. So you started a project with whatever intention. So multiply that times 1,000 and see it really taking off. And then you just see it and you say, all this or better, all this or better, all this or better. Okay. Meditation, clear the path for it to come into existence with ease. See people using it, enjoying what you created. All right, so meditate with this. Clear the path for whatever you're working towards completing to be completed. So you can even see it as completed and yourself enjoying that it's completed and everything, and then pull your consciousness back to this side of non-completion, and then just clear away all, like this is all just clearing the obstacles to get from non-completion to like incredible completion, and like 1,000 times whatever ever even dreamed it could possibly be. So pull your energy, pull your consciousness back, and just sweep away all obstacles that are between where you are, the non-completion side, and the 1,000 times better than you could have expected completion side. All right. All right. So clear the path for it to come into existence with ease. See people using it, enjoying what you created. Okay. Now we do the chakras. So first chakra, like down where your genitals are, is really big. This is settled, home, strong, grounded. You need to anchor in your first chakra. You need to love where you live. Even if you don't love where you live now, love what you can about it, and the rest will come. So if you are living in an apartment, and then you can love that you have the freedom to leave. But the focus isn't on the leaving. The focus is on the freedom. So love what you can about where you do live. And then loving that will bring more of it to you. Your first chakra is very important. Very necessary for your vision. The better you love your home, the bigger things you can do, the more inspirational. So home will ultimately also include your partner. So feeling at home with your partner, but feeling at home in your home. Even if it's a rental, even if it's a tiny little closet. Feeling at home and you know, getting as much peace as you can. Expanding your first chakra, that's what you need. It's going to help you. I know people are going after Tony Robbins right now, but Tony Robbins, motivational speaker guy, he has a home. I saw this thing. He does this thing where he's got this like tiny little water thing. He jumps in it. He's got his home set up with things he needs to make himself feel, you know, it's a high, to raise his vibration. All right, you need to create a vision for your home. Easy, comfy, square footage, acreage, the setup, a meditation or a vision space, maybe even a dark room with a massage chair and music. So we want you to go get either a notebook or a journal. So even maybe like a 5-subject notebook. That's just for the creation of your home. I don't feel like it's where you're living right now. So if you have magazines or something, it's things that you like, rip it out, stick it in this one notebook or journal. Okay? So this journal / notebook is just to get clear on my home, your home, that you want to create. Write in there what you want, include pictures, whatever you can find, and as you change your mind, you're going to rip out the old pictures and burn what you don't want. So that's why I don't want you to do 2 sides. So you only use the front side of every page, because let's say you find a pool you like and you stick it on one page. If you find a pool you like better, you're gonna, maybe with a hot tub in it or something, you're gonna put that picture in and rip out the old one so that you only have one pool, unless you want 2 pools, and then you can write on it, this pool goes here and this pool goes there, whatever. But we don't want anything in the journal that you don't want, only what you want. So we want you to be able to rip out pages when you change your mind or you find something better. And we want you to update this journal just as necessary. But don't put anything but home stuff in this journal. So your first chakra, really big, that's great. Well, nothing's great and nothing's good or bad. It just is that, it just shows up this way that's like, if she really feels at peace and powerful in her home and everything's perfect, she's going to be able to do a lot more powerful and inspirational things. All right? Second chakra. I don't know if you know. First chakra is safety, security, feeling at home, in your family, at work even, and in the world. All right, society, your community, da, da, da. Second chakra is up from there. And it's power in male-female relationships. It's also creativity. So people who, so creativity and sex go together. So if you're feeling blocked creatively, you can have sex. And if you're feeling blocked sexually, you can like paint pictures and do creative things and sing to help. So it's nice because there's two ways to heal your second chakra, basically. So whatever you have access to, that's what you do, and it'll positively impact the other one. So creativity and sex go together. Okay, second chakra. You know what you want. Just say, I'm ready, and relax. Trust it's coming. Powerful, peaceful, stable relationship. No energy into thoughts about it not coming or taking too long. The law of attraction will make that true. So that 68-second video I'm going to show you, send you. You know what you want. Just say, I'm ready. I'm ready. And then relax. Relax. Relax your belly. Trust it's coming. And then go back to doing what you're supposed to do for your project, for yourself, nurturing yourself, cleaning your space, doing your home journal, all these things you want to do, smiling, taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself. The more you can take care of and nurture yourself, the sooner you're going to call in a mate that's going to want to take care of you and nurture you, and also they will do that too. So past relationships that have been codependent, remember the codependent relationships, those marriages usually end in divorce after 2 kids. So people come together in a codependent relationship. After the second baby, one partner feels neglected, and there's usually cheating, or the marriage breaks up. Maybe there's no cheating, but they want more, or they want more attention, or blah, blah, blah. So usually marriages that are created in a codependent way, you complete me. And now you're not completing me anymore, so I have to throw you out, and I got to go find someone else that's going to complete me. So, two whole people that don't need each other, they just want peaceful, powerful, stable relationship. 2 whole people will come together, magnetized to the law of attraction, and then they create a stable foundation. And then as they're together for years, they start to appreciate how they both pull on the same side of the rope, and they become like best friends, and hopefully not enmeshed, but not you complete me anymore, but it's like you pick up where I leave off, and then I pick up where you leave off, and together we have an easy time running a household, taking care of kids. There's this family in my town that has 4 kids, and I love their children, and the parents are always smiling. 4 kids, and they it's not easy, but the parents are always smiling. They're always positive, and the kids are delightful. Oh my God. But both those parents, I don't know their whole backstory, but I could just tell by feeling, they both are whole people that want to be together but don't need to be together, and they appreciate each other, and one drops off, the other picks up. They're a team. And then their kids are great teammates, whether it's for their own siblings or for other kids. Just great. I mean, you can have that. That's the beauty of, I call my husband like grandparent parents because we were so much older to get married, but I love it. I love us. I love my kids are hilarious because I infuse them with my personality and my jokes, and they stick it right in my face. All right. So I wish that for you. I wish you every blessing as far as any kind of partnership goes. And I'm a minister if you ever need me. Okay. Sidebar. You are a very lovely person. You don't see yourself yet because you don't. I do see you in a relationship. I see you as this lovely person with this whatever project you're doing is lovely, like helpful. And then once we get into your throat chakra, so by you letting me in and going through your chakras, I see what a lovely person you really are. You are really lovely, inside out. All right. Yeah. So use the law of attraction positively. I know my forever relationship's coming, and I'm just going to relax and follow my guidance. So you may have some pang one day. I need to go to get coffee, or I need to go get a salad. And it might seem strange. Just follow the guidance, because that may be where you meet your mate. Follow your guidance. Follow your guidance. Don't tell your guy, if it's like, go get a book at the bookstore. Don't go, I don't have time. No, listen. Listen to your guidance. Follow your guidance. You've set your intention. You're ready for your relationship. Now follow your guidance. Yes. All right. Second chakra. Says relax. I can't see what this word is. When I channel, this is what it looks like. It's so hard for me to read. Looks like ADUE. I'll figure it out. Relax. Second chakra, relax. Third chakra is your solar plexus, self-esteem. So much resistance. A lot of no energy. No. Your vision, like how you see yourself, or knowledge of self, is all through the eyes of past relationships, including narcissists who tried to control you with their emotions and tantrums. And it wasn't even like, oh, I saw a couple things that I was like, oh, that was a bad one. Like it was like a lie, and it was like, oh, even they were like, even their soul's like, ooh. Okay, so your vision of who you think you are is through the eyes of all your past relationships. Okay, so then I came up with something, and Neem Karoli Baba ended up saying the same thing through someone else. Self-esteem is a waste of time. Okay. Just be real, be you, and let the chips fall where they may. Align with your own heart, be love. Then don't care if anyone loves you. Oh, the reason that you were able to have so many long relationships is because you're easy to get along with. That's no longer the objective. Okay, so you were, that was great. You were easy to get along with, you were a nice person, blah, blah, blah. You learned a lot. So when you hold on to one relationship for a long period of time, you learn more than if you're jumping, because each relationship is like a classroom that your soul uses to teach you lessons. So the soul is attached to the lesson, not the classroom. That's why you see so many people leave a relationship. They're so happy for a little bit, and then that relationship starts to have the same kind of problems that the old relationship had. So the soul is attached to the lesson, not the classroom. Okay, so you don't need self-esteem, and you don't need to get along with everybody. It's a waste of time. I mean, yeah, you don't need to get along with every single person, like forever and ever and ever. You can walk away. So there's two lives we live, the life we learn from, and then the one after that. So up until now, let's say you've lived the life you've learned from, and from now on is the life after that. So now, at this point in time, it's time to just be real, be you, relax into the present moment, visualize the partner you want to be in your partnership, in your marriage, if you want to have a marriage, okay? Visualize everything being easy for you, high vibrational. Then just let the chips fall where they may. All right? All right. People get upset if you don't agree with them. It's not worth your time. You can't take responsibility for everybody else's triggers. You just say, okay, all right. And then you move on. All right. All right. So be love. Then don't care if anyone loves you. So the reason you could have so many long relationships because you're easy to get along with. That's no longer the objective. Now the objective and the goal is to find your most compatible partner. The only choice is to be real and to feel. Give yourself permission to feel what you feel. The reason you could easily keep long relationships is because you pushed away feelings that didn't that competed with the long relationship and getting along. Let yourself tell you, there's something I don't like about this pretty boy. Your gut told you to leave the narcissist long before your heart and head did. So you know that's true. Your gut was telling you to leave the narcissist before you actually did. Catch yourself catch yourself running the self-esteem narrative and stop. Okay, the way to stop, when you catch yourself running the self-esteem narrative, I have to get along with this person, I have to like, so I feel what I feel, and then, oh, that's going to ruin the relationship if I feel that. And then just stop and say, okay, right? And Osho, if you can follow these meditations, I have a 21-day meditation. This video will connect you to that channel, and you can look up these things. I'm not sure which one it is, but when you catch yourself running the self-esteem narrative, you catch it, and then you exhale all the way out. Push the air. Throw the air out, he says. Throw the air out. Push it all out. Push. Hold it out, hold it out, hold it out. Then focus on your heart, and when your body breathes in, let it happen fast, and expand your heart, just like you're breaking a thin plastic casing that was like controlling your heart. Controlling, like, I can't feel that. That'll ruin the relationship if I feel this. There's nothing here. Why am I feeling this way about him? He hasn't done anything wrong or something like that. It doesn't matter. People don't have to do something wrong for you to go, not so good. I'm not liking this. I gotta go. I have to go. All right. So do that 3 times. So catch it, exhale all out, throw out the air, throw it all out, hold it out, focus on the heart, open, and breathe in. You can do that 3 times. All right. And then just take in love for yourself. Love for yourself. Love for yourself. The more you love and nurture yourself, the more you're going to get a loving, nurturing partner. It's so simple. The more you love and nurture yourself, the more other people that come into your life or people that stay in your life, they love, nurture, support you. Okay. So the 3rd chakra, that was where my work ended, was that. So the rest is your work to do. Okay. 4th is the heart. And the heart gives you this, this is your own heart's best advice for you is the best way to love everyone or all is to love yourself. Then you allow others to see and choose that. It's not your job or mine to love them like I love healing work. So as I heal you, I am enjoying myself, loving myself, giving myself the work that I enjoy. And so it is. So you and what I'm doing for you takes nothing from me. It feeds me as I assist you in the way that you asked. Meditate on this. 5 minutes. 5-minute meditations. My project, how it feeds me. Stay in that. I am fine / all right. Okay. Now, here's where it got bigger. It was the 5th chakra, the throat chakra. I'm glad we talked on the phone because I got a lot out of the way and this video is already almost an hour. Your throat chakra. All right. So I'm going to read through this and then it'll make more sense. So at first, it's not going to make sense. Quote, this is you saying this. I feel like you want me to say that I agree with you. So they say, don't feel like you have to agree with people. Don't let other people put words in your mouth. They are scared because they trust your judgment of what's happening. They're scared of you because they feel that you see the truth, They're afraid of you seeing something that they don't want to see about themselves. So there's like 7 or 8 different kinds of genius. And this is your genius. You have this genius of clarity. And that's why working on your third eye, clearing the fear from your third eye, that's why no fluoride and vaccines. Hopefully, Colleen should be able to like hook you up with information about vaccines if you want. I can set that up too. But you could do a lot on your own. But you really, I wish I could take that out. Okay, but 55 minutes. They're so scared. They trust you. Judgment of what's happening. So you have a genius of clarity about people. And then I was like, then I got the feeling. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of pressure. Don't just tell them what they want to hear. Okay? Because then you're out of integrity. And that's not your purpose, is to just tell people what they want to hear. There's a reason. You just say, you know, I feel like you want me to say, you can, that is providing information. That provides enough information. And it keeps you in integrity. If you say, I feel like you want me to say that I agree with your choice to do that. I feel like you want me to say, da, 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 da. And then if they say, well, do you? You could just say, I don't know, I have to think about it. But it's your life anyway. What does it matter what I think? So then you can stay in integrity, you know, completely, 100%. I feel like you want me to say this. So you're still telling them what they want to hear. You're just not stating it as a fact and that you see it that way. You're spitting it out as information for them. I feel like you want me to say this. I feel like you want me to say that. Well, is that what you're saying? No, I just haven't given it much thought. Okay? Say this type of thing instead. You can feel them wanting to be told they're good or whatever. Then you're put on the spot. You're kind of put on the spot. It happens subtly, but it happens often. It happens more than you even know. Huge difference between saying, frankly, you're a narcissist, and saying, I sense some narcissistic tendencies. I could be wrong. It leaves the door open, possible conversation. Don't resist it. Allow it to provide you feedback and help you work with your guides and your intuition. So Dave Chappelle said, don't call people crazy. It's like the meanest thing ever. It just shuts them down. But you see, you know, so we don't have to call people names. You know, it doesn't serve anything when people are like, you're a narcissist, you're a racist, you're a xenophobe, you're a this, you're a hypocrite, okay? All these terms are used to shut down conversations when you say, you're a fill in the blank. I mean, negative terms. It just shuts down all conversation. It shuts people down. If you call them, it's a way of calling people a piece of crap, piece of garbage. And a way of saying, I don't have to talk to you, you're a piece of trash. If you don't want to talk to someone, you just say that. I don't feel like talking about this. When you get put on the spot, part of you gets angry. You're a very kind, loving, soft, gentle person. I don't know if you're even aware of it, but it's in there. When you get put on the spot because they want the nice person to tell them that they're great. So, I wasn't the nicest. I wasn't mean in high school, but I was, if someone's like, do you like my hair? I would say, I liked it better the other way. Do I look fat in these jeans? A little bit. So people didn't ask me things if they didn't want the truth. If they wanted the truth, they came to me. So that was nice. Through high school, they got that. But then I had to train a whole new group of people in college. And until everybody gets the idea, they think you're mean. And I was like, don't ask me. Don't ask me if you look fat in that. How am I supposed to know you want me to lie? Okay. So you're this nice person. They ask you. They put you on the spot. in a little a piece of you that you need, you know, to be in congruence with your powerful self, gets mad. And I don't blame it. Because it knows that they want you to say that they're perfect or something. And it's like, it's mad. It's this soft pink part of you that's like powerful. It's like, I'm pissed that like I have to tell them that everything they're doing is correct, like, because they just asked me a question. Like, don't you think you haven't given me, I don't want to be in this conversation. I don't want to have to answer. I don't want to have to answer that question. That's not a real question. What am I supposed to say? Okay. This part of you that gets angry, we need this piece. We need this piece to be congruent. So feel free to ask a question back. What does it matter what I think? You know, stay nice so you're true to yourself, but you have to stay in integrity. What does it matter what I think? I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I don't know. What does it really matter anyway? You know, we all die. We're all going to be dead in 100 years. Everybody that can hear my voice right, everybody that's listening to me right now is, well, unless YouTube goes forever, but you get the idea. Like, in this moment, the year 2019, 2020, in 100 years, we're all going to be dead. So really, what does it matter? Okay. It's okay for you not to answer any questions or statements that seem like there's only one right way to answer. Understand that you're genius here. Understand your genius here. But don't force yourself to share. So don't force yourself to share information. There's a reason that people are responding to your genius as far as the clarity on what you see. It's there. It's great. It's great to see, and it's meant to serve you. But right now, it's a little out of whack because it's getting used by people that you don't want to have to use it with. You don't want to, so you don't have to. Your genius is here, but don't force yourself to share. Don't be forced to say something out of integrity. Just say, I'll think about that. Don't say, I'll get back to you, because that creates an obligation for yourself. You will think about it. You're going to think about it and think about it and think about it. What should I have said? Why did I say that for? So it's not a lie. I'll think about it. Let me think about it. You will think about it. Your ex and what you told me about, let me see how that relationship set you up to cut some corners. So you learn things quicker through that relationship than you would have in a different relationship. So it seemed to me that the relationship with the narcissist, sped up your learning curve. I'm not saying be grateful forever and ever. I'm just saying, wow, that was pretty cool to see that this narcissist was the lessons were like on steroids. So you learned the lesson much faster than if you were in a relationship with somebody who was not a narcissist. So think back now to any time that your gut told you, like when you were in that relationship, your gut told you, oh, maybe this isn't gonna go where I want. Maybe I should think about those things. All right. You learned a lot from that relationship, and you still are. He's a throwaway. So this came to me. I didn't make this up. Someone in your team is calling him a throwaway, meaning I read that book, I learned a lot, and then I threw it away, and now I never have to deal with any of it again. Okay. Your words have way more power than you know, because people don't question your heart and your motives. Okay. And then this stuff, you don't need this. It was about me. If I was on the phone with you, I would say this. You've already talked to me, so you know how I am. Connect your heart, giving and receiving love, unconditional and conditional love, with your throat. So self-expression and communication. So connect your heart with your throat, love yourself, and then see what you want to do. I love myself Do I say something? Yes. How do I say it? Remember, Archangel Gabriel helps with the words. Or, no, I don't feel like it right now. I love myself too much to engage. I was thinking, you don't need another healing for 4 months. Like April sometime maybe. So if you schedule another big thing, if you're scheduling something big, in April, before that would be good. Or in May, right before that. Okay, so but not before April. You don't need a healing before April. You may want a healing before April, and I'm happy to oblige, but you don't need it. So if finances or time, whatever, if you schedule a healing before April, you won't get this much out of it. So I think people think, oh, I'll just like have Carla you don't need one before April. That's the long and the short of it. So for now, communicate smoothly. Krishnamurti says, the right words spoken with the right energy will transfer the principles. So if you're like me, you want to, this is what I work with. This is what I'm working with. Don't try and talk and get it out and get it done quickly. You need to have the right words in the right energy. So if you're going to communicate, you have to go to your heart, show up, and not rush. And just have the intention of having a communication for you to get something back, for you to understand something back. All right. All right. Your first chakra is big, as I said. Your fifth chakra is like a laser pointer. It's amazing. So all communication, self-expression, start with love for yourself. Because what's going to happen, if you are using a laser and you don't love yourself, or you're like, I just want to get this over with, I just want to talk, I just want to get it done. Imagine that's going to cut somebody. So you need to communication, go to love for yourself first. Remember that your communication, self-expression, your fifth chakra is like a laser pointer. So you need to right word, the right energy, the right words, and give that communication the space that it needs to bring the highest possible outcome. Okay? All right. But start with love for yourself. Your sixth chakra, I was out of time, but I just blasted through a little bit. That your sixth chakra, your intuition, will open after squaring away all the lower ones. So you're going to have some shifting going on for the next 24 hours roughly from what I did. It's kind of like movement, right? And then through using this advice, your sixth chakra is going to start opening, your brow. But your soul or whatever really wants this to be even clearer, even more, like high level of intuition, so that you can easily know exactly where to go and flow through your life. So if you don't believe in past lives, then just go like this, la la la. But you had a past life where you were much more psychic than you are right now, much more highly intuitive, and you want that again now. Now's the time. It wants the doorway to open. It wants to be able to move through life. Okay. Okay. Share this. So, I went to a dog store and I saw this dog, and my third eye just showed me that dog playing with one of my dogs that I have now. So I knew it was my dog. So I couldn't believe. I said to my husband, sent a picture. Did you see the dog? He's like, yeah. And I said, can I get her? Thinking he's gonna say no, because I never bought a dog from a store. She was like $800, and normally I rescue, but it turns out that this dog has a birth defect. So it was kind of like rescuing. But I saw her in my third eye. Same with the dog that I bought her for. I saw him. I knew he was my dog. So my third eye is like, this is your dog. Okay. I put an application in. He wasn't supposed to be my dog. He was supposed to go home with another family. The lady called. She says he's going home. I said, that's fine. I just don't think it's going to work out. I think he's my dog. I have 18 acres and I, fenced it in, and my dogs can run, and I know how hounds are, rescue hounds. The lady called the other people who are supposed to take him, and they were like, oh, let her have him. It sounds like a better home. Da-da. So he became my dog. And then I see this other dog, just see her, and in my third eye, this white lab is playing with that hound. I knew it was my dog. So then I just get it. It's like, it's so much easier when you have an operable third eye. When your third eye is functioning properly, it's so much easier. It's the easier way to live. So that is what you want to come into. So that's gonna, I know you're probably intuitive now, but you want to be more intuitive, and that's going to start coming in 2020. So just allow, nurture, love. And then the 7th chakra, your crown, it's your spirituality. So whether you believe in God or whatever, it's a great time for you to connect with the highest, holiest source creator energy, whatever you believe in, whatever you call it, God, source creator, to receive deep, complete love and acceptance and support in finishing your project and finding your forever relationship, your partnership. Okay? So, I love you. I'm going to stop it at 1:11:11.